Good morning, everybody, and happy Thursday. I hope that so far your Thursday is going just how you want it to go. Today's message is about being passionate, that you're passionate about your beliefs. And when I thought about the things that I'm passionate about, the first thing that comes to mind is Lincoln. Now, obviously, Lincoln is not a belief, Lincoln is a real, breathing person. But I thought, I am passionate about my beliefs. So I know when I talk about things that I believe, like, I believe that people deserve second chances. I believe that everybody deserves love and compassion and kindness no matter what. I believe that people deserve your respect even when they aren't being respectful. I believe that love conquers all. I do. I believe that with all my heart. I believe that we can choose joy no matter what's going on in our lives. I believe that. But when I thought about the things that I'm passionate about, and I'm passionate about all of those things that I just said, the things that light me up, the things that light a fire inside of me that get 100% of my effort. Because remember that this week's virtue is caring. And so the practice of the day is I am passionate about my beliefs. It's about how we demonstrate caring and the things that we care about. So, we care about our beliefs, and when we care about things, we're passionate about it. We put all our energy into it. All of our enthusiasm is into it. And I talk to my friends, talk to people all the time and joke about the things I used to say to my kids when I was in the classroom. And when I was in the classroom, my students heard lots of stories about Lincoln, like they knew Lincoln, like he was a person in the room. And the only time I didn't tell Lincoln stories was when he was a student at the school where I taught, because I didn't want to, embarrass him or, impact his experience too much. Um, but I like to use a lot of stories in my teaching. And so lots of Lincoln stories. And when people who know me are around me, when I talk about Lincoln, they talk about how, my eyes light up and how my face lights up, and all of the love that I have for him comes out in whatever it is I'm saying about him. And so I know that I am most passionate in this life about Lincoln. Whew, and I got to tell you guys that I'm choked up about it because my child is going to move sometime soon, and I'm really emotional about it. Super proud of him. So proud of him. But this will be the farthest away he's ever been from me, and I'm going to miss him terribly. So that's that. I'll try to pull it together and move forward. And so that's it. That's the passion. That's the emotion. When something means so much to you, people around you know it because of how it shows on you and the effort that you make. So I used to tell my kids all the time, I only work because I'm Lincoln's mama. Like, I come to work. I love teaching. So of course, part of it was a joke, right? I taught because I loved it. I am an educator because I love it, because I was made to do it. But I would tell them all the time, I only work because I'm Lincoln's mom. Like, I gotta do stuff for Lincoln. Like, that's really all it is. And when they would ask me, Miss El-Amin, gonna have a pencil? I'd be like, is your name Lincoln? They would always be taken aback, like, huh? And they'd be like, oh, I get it. Like, exactly. Like, that's the person that I've been charged with in life to take care of and make sure that he has everything that he needs, and even as he makes this transition and he has to get this apartment and all of these things. And I'm like, Lincoln, baby, just tell mama whatever you need. I don't care. I don't care what I have to do. I will make it happen. I don't. It's like, no, mama, I'm gonna take care of that. I'm gonna buy a sofa. I was like, no, you don't have to buy a sofa. Mama got you. Like, whatever you need. Well, mama, I'm looking at this monitor to play my video games instead of a TV, and cost $300. I was like, I don't care. I don't care. Put it in your Amazon cart. I got you. I don't, and that's always how it's been from the moment that I met that child. I knew that I would do anything I do anything for him, and that'll never change. So I had to share that I am passionate about Lincoln. But I put on this green shirt, guys, because that's it. I'm not gonna talk about Lincoln anymore. I put on this green shirt today. It says all green and Frank. I try not to, out myself as where I work, but I guess I just didn't realize that the name was on the shirt. My principal texted us yesterday and said that our climate survey was all green across the board, and that's one of the goals that we set for ourselves. All green climate survey says that our staff, when they took the survey, they answered positively, that their thoughts about things on campus had a positive spin to it. And I say that because that was one of the things that was my goal at the beginning of last year. In addition to making sure that every child and every staff member got into the building and out of the building safely every day because of COVID. Like, that was my first high priority, just our safety, our physical safety. But for me, social and emotional wellness is one of my beliefs. It's super important to me. And so I really, dedicated myself to that. Like, I want to help teachers and students and parents, just all of us, take care of our social and emotional wellness as we go through this pandemic. So, I'm thankful, and I put the shirt on today because I'm like, that's right, we were green. We met the goal that we set for ourselves. That was my goal. My goal was, I am going to do what I can to help others take care of themselves, just as people, right? Besides the work that we do as teaching and learning with kids, but as people, I wanted my the people I work with to take care of themselves. So I'm super happy today. That's something that I have always been passionate about as an educator, that there is data, the all important data to say, hey girl, you did what you meant to do. You did a good job. And you do that when you care about something. So I think about, Monday I return to work, and that has always been what I do. I believe that, my dissertation was pedagogical caring. Caring as pedagogy, caring as instructional practice. When we learn how to demonstrate caring in ways that students recognize, receive, and reciprocate, there is nothing, nothing that they cannot accomplish. There's nothing that we cannot accomplish. That was what I strive for as a classroom teacher, creating caring relationships which are reciprocal. So I care for them and they care for me, and together we care about this content and this growth that we are committed to. And I never had a year in my 13 years as a classroom teacher. I had never had a year where my kids did not grow, where they did not achieve, where they did not make me proud. That was it. And that was always my goal. Sure, we wanted to pass the state test. Sometimes we did, sometimes we didn't. But overall, the numbers always looked good. But I looked at my kids on an individual basis, each and every one of them. And never, ever, ever was I disappointed with how they ended the year. I knew who they were when they got in, and when they ended the year, they were in a better place. They had grown. They could do things that they couldn't do when they got there. And that's what I'm passionate about. You got to hear it, even through the screen. I am so passionate about that. So today's a good day, guys. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Even though I started off this message, teary-eyed, because whenever I think about Lincoln leaving, I definitely get teary-eyed. But I know he's gonna be all right. I know he's gonna be all right. He's fantastic. He's a wonderful child. I love him with every atomic particle in my body. I love that child. So today, in your reflection, reflect on the things that you are passionate about. Think about those things that light you up and light a fire inside of you, that when people hear you talk about it and when people see you working about it, they know just who you are and what you're about. That's what the passion is. That's when we know exactly what you care about. It's what you put your effort into. That's what it is. And you can tell yourself anything else. You can fool yourself about anything else, but it shows. It shows. The things that you talk about with excitement and enthusiasm, the things that you talk about the most, the things that you give your time and effort to, those are the things that you're passionate about. Those are the things that you believe in. So if you're telling yourself that you believe about something else and it doesn't show up like that, I don't know. I don't know. All right, guys, have a great day. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Smile a lot. Commit yourself to making sure that what you say, what you believe in, and what you're passionate about is in alignment with what you actually do every day. I love you guys. Take care.